Top 10 Best Places to Visit in South Africa. South Africa is the ideal destination for any adventurous traveler, with incredible experiences ranging from off-roading on a safari to diving with great white sharks. There is no doubt that this is a diverse land, with its wonderful array of wildlife, beautiful beaches, divine vineyards, and magnificent mountains. At number 10. Blyde River Canyon. The Blyde River Canyon, tangled in subtropical foliage, is the world's largest green canyon and one of the deepest natural canyons. The canyon is located along the Panorama Route, a spectacular tourist route that is dotted with spectacular hotspots ranging from waterfalls to unusual geology. Bergslut potholes are a series of massive potholes spun into the riverbed by the movement of swirling water where the Blyde and Droya rivers meet.
The Blyde River Canyon, with its lush valleys, mountain scenery like the Three Rondeaus, and breathtaking viewpoints like the appropriately named God's Window, is understandably a popular spot for exploring by car, foot, or horseback. Along the way, keep an eye out for wildlife such as hippos, crocodiles, and Simengo monkeys, as well as the Cape vulture, African fish eagle, and Knysna lory. It's one of Mpumalonga's best birdwatching spots.
At number 9. Cape Winelands. Cape Winelands. If you're a wine enthusiast, you'll love South Africa's extraordinary Cape Winelands. It's a 45-minute drive from Cape Town and one of the world's most picturesque wine-producing regions, with undulating vineyards and spectacular mountain views from almost anywhere. The actual region you choose is entirely up to you, but Franschhoek and Stellenbosch are the most common. Here, you can sample the distinctive offerings of hundreds of wine estates, which include everything from wine and cheese or biltong-side dishes, South Africa's famous dried meat also known as beef jerky, to alfresco picnics with a bottle of estate wines surrounded by rows and rows of vines. Visit Montague to relax in the hot springs after a day of wine tasting. At number 8. Addo Elephant National Park. Addo Elephant National Park. Of humble start as a small elephant sanctuary established in the 1930s to safeguard only 11 reddish-colored Addo elephants, Addo Elephant National Park has expanded to become one of South Africa's largest national parks, and possibly one of the best for spotting these gentle giants. As the park has grown and expanded over the years, it now consists of 5 segments, each with its own distinct features. The main game reserve is in the Colchester section. Thrilling self-drives or camp-run game drives are available to view the park's large populations of elephants, zebras, and antelopes. The Darlington section contains a dam that attracts a variety of wildlife, whereas the Kabuga section is only accessible by 4-wheel drive vehicles. If you prefer to hike, the Zouwerberg and Woody Cape sections have some fantastic trails. One of the major highlights is spotting the Big 7, South Africa's famous Big 5, as well as southern right whales and great white sharks along the coast. There is never a dull moment in the safari. At number 7. Hermanus. A formerly sleepy, now touristy town of Hermanus in the Western Cape is South Africa's whale-watching capital, and for good reason. Southern right whales return to this corner of Walker Bay every year to give birth to their young. While boat trips are widely advertised, whale watching from the cliffs is equally, if not more, spectacular. Hermanus, surrounded by magnificent mountains and the aquamarine water of the Atlantic, is residence to enchanting little beaches and the Hemel Enada wine valley, which offers decadent wine-filled experiences. Heaven and earth are even mentioned in the name. Spend your days exploring waterfalls, fishing in lagoons or the ocean, and horseback riding on the beach. Hermanus has everything. At number 6. Durban. Although often overshadowed by bigger sisters Cape Town and Johannesburg, Durban, South Africa's busiest port, has much to offer on its own, especially if you tour during the Southern Hemisphere cold season. Winter doesn't exist here, with average temperatures in the mid-20s from June to July. Fortunately, all of that nice weather doesn't go to waste, as Durban has a beautiful stretch of coastline with famous sandy beaches encircled by the warm waters of the Indian Ocean. Spend your days surfing the waves on South Africa's east coast or diving or snorkeling to discover life beneath the waves. Back on land, Durbs, as it's colloquially known, is famous for its excellent curry. Surprisingly, the city has the highest Indian population outside of India. Plugging into a classic bunny chow, curry served in a half loaf of bread, is a rite of passage here. At number 5. Gallagher Transfrontier Park. Gallagher Transfrontier Park. The Gallagher Transfrontier Park, implying Great Thirst, which extends into both South Africa and nearby Botswana, is a desert wilderness with completely unique terrain. In the Kalahari's salt pans, bushveld, and rust-red dunes, hordes of plains game such as wildebeest, springbok, South Africa's national animal, and gemsbok are hunted by predators such as lions, cheetah, and leopards. The game viewing here is simply incredible, encircled by only barren wilderness. The Gallagher was once divided into two parts, South Africa's Kalahari Gemsbok National Park and Botswana's Gemsbok National Park were combined in 1999 to form a single official park. Part of the Gallagher is inaccessible without a four-wheel drive vehicle, and even then it's an adventure. Many visitors prefer to stay at one of the park's camps and take advantage of the on-site game drives or bush walks to see the park's incredible wildlife. If you chose to explore on your own, you can take one of the many routes that run along the Nosob or Ob riverbeds on the South African side. Some descendants of the original communities, like the Mia community as well as the Ko-speaking Homani community, can still be found here today, so make sure to visit. At number 4. Garden Route. The Garden Route, one of the world's most beautiful drives, winds through beachside communities, game reserves, forests, lagoons, and white sandy beaches, with the magnificent blues of the Indian Ocean beside you. This tourist route, which runs from Mossel Bay to St. Francis, is what draws the majority of international travelers to South Africa. The Garden Route has so much to see that it's difficult not to stop every 5 minutes. You'll need at least 5 days, if not longer, to see it all. Discover the whimsical village of Wilderness with its tranquil beach, bungee jump from Storms River's highest commercial bridge bungee, and get up close and personal with African elephants at Knysna Elephant Park. Apart from beaches, Plettenberg Bay has a plethora of wildlife viewing prospects and hiking routes in the sea-facing Roebuck Nature Reserve. A quick drive away, at Birds of Eden, you can see tropical birds in one of the world's largest free-flying aviaries, or at Monkeyland, you can stroll through the forest encircled by squirrel monkeys and capuchins. At number 3. Drakensberg. Drakensberg. The Drakensberg mountain range is located in the South African province of KwaZulu-Natal. Locals often refer to the Drakensberg as the Berg, which translates to the Berg. When you witness the might and splendor of these mountains, the significance of such a spectacular name becomes clear. The area, which is part of the Great Escarpment, is home to a variety of cascades and hiking paths divided into northern and southern reaches. The northern Drakensberg entices visitors with its pleasant climate, which is ideal for hiking. This side receives very little snowfall. Explore Ukalamba Drakensberg Park and the Royal Natal National Park, which is home to Tugela Falls, the world's second highest waterfall, on a 1 or 2 day hike to the amphitheater. The southern Drakensberg is for daring souls. Take the hair-raising drive up the Sani Pass to landlocked Lesotho, via Africa's highest pub, or subscribe for challenging hiking and mountaineering tours. At number 2. At number 1. The Kruger National Park. The Kruger National Park. The Kruger National Park, one of South Africa's most well-known and viewable game reserves, is a wildlife enthusiast's dream. Kruger National Park, located in the country's northeast, encompasses a vast expanse of ecosystems that support a diverse range of wildlife, from rangelands and dense forests to thickets and dry riverbeds. Although it was founded in 1898, the park did not open to the public until the 1920s. Since then, Kruger has been a must-see destination for both locals and tourists wishing to spot one of the famed Big Five. Highlights include spotting hippo and crocs from the Crocodile River perspective and visiting Masarini Village's reconstructed Iron Age ruins. While park-run game drives are accessible on a regular basis, Kruger is an excellent game reserve to explore on your own. Keep an eye out for lions, rhinos, elephants, buffaloes, and leopards lurking in the undergrowth as you follow the Sabi and Crocodile rivers. Kruger is also a bird-watching haven, so bring your binoculars. At number 1. Cape Town. The Mother City, with its beautiful beaches, magnificent mountain views, and friendly locals, is a must-see for any South African. It may be the country's second largest city, but it is effortlessly one of the most noticeable cities in the world. Cape Town, located on the southwest tip of South Africa's Western Cape Province, has a mild Mediterranean climate and a stunning natural setting. Cape Town, surrounded by Table Mountain and overlooking the infamous Robben Island, has a little bit of all of it: history, nature, culture, you name it, Cape Town has it. Explore the vibrant streets of the Bo-Kaap, a Cape Malay neighborhood, and wind your way above Kirstenbosch's treetops before a picnic in the botanical gardens. Or combine the two with an open-top city sightseeing tour that includes wine tasting. Like and subscribe for more travel videos.